What to do if your girlfriend punches you in the head out of jealousy?
What?
Check, please.
Where did you even meet this girl?
It's
That's what I want to
it's
know.
a serious topic though. Like there are, because usually people say like the female's the one in an abusive relationship, but there are guys who
Yep.
I mean,
are
yeah, but that's
abusive.
super random.
You
I'm
see
picturing
lots
like
of those videos on Twitter.
she probably like saw him looking at a girl and went, "Pah."
Well, did you see what happened last week? It was at, I think it was like a Kroger's store, one of those food places. I was somewhere up north, Minnesota or somewhere. And some guy was cheating on his girlfriend with her sister.
Oh my God.
And she found out. And so her way of dealing with it was to take, it looked like a Chrysler minivan style vehicle. She drove it down to the grocery store where she knew he was, and she saw him, and she kind of pulled up along the side of the building, and he was looking at her, and then she floored it. And unfortunately, there was an old guy moving really slow towards the double doors. She hits her boyfriend. He gets flung out of the way, but unfortunately, the old guy got the worst of it. She totally nailed him head on, killed him.
Oh my gosh.
Drives, after she runs the dude over, doesn't even give a shit that she's hit this innocent guy. Could care less. Gets out of the car and then runs over there and just starts wailing on her boyfriend. It looked like his legs are all mangled or whatever. He couldn't really move, and then a bunch of people moved in, and she got charged with murder of the guy that she murdered and attempted murder of her boyfriend. But there are dudes out there. You can say, "Wait, she was shagging her sister, and that's not good." But I mean, you can't do that. It's like, so she was a hothead. I mean, instead of just saying that dude's out of my life and to hell with my sister, now she's gonna potentially spend the rest of her life in jail. Actually, it's probably in a blue state, so she'll be in and out in no time, and probably won't be prosecuted, and they'll just let her get away with it. But in normal states, when you do things like that, you get locked up for a long time.
Yeah.
So it's like, if a woman physically abuses you, it's like, that's it. Because if you stick around, you're enabling your behavior. And you don't want to be one of those guys that's in the middle of the night and that crazy girl decides to do something to when you're naked and asleep.
Starts whacking you like,
I mean,
I was going through
I
your
was gonna say
phone.
Lorena Bobbitt. Jealousy really makes you do ugly stuff, or makes you think ugly stuff. It really does not look good on anybody, man or woman.
Terrible. I also saw, I think he was like a famous person on TikTok or YouTube, and the girl was like an OnlyFans girl. I don't know if you guys heard of this, but she basically murdered her boyfriend.
The one in Miami.
And
Oh, yeah, she stabbed him.
Yeah.
yes, and in the elevator, she was like pushing him, punching him, and he was just standing his ground, not touching her. And then after that, apparently she like stabbed him to death.
And then she went to like Hawaii, and then they took her from Hawaii, they like arrested her, brought her back or something.
Well, she called the police after. She said she was abused and he had been abusive. I don't know if he was abusive or not. I don't remember what happened, but she stabbed the dude and killed him. It was a white girl and a black guy.
Yeah. She said it was self-defense or something.
I remember hearing about that when I used to work at a news station. I remember hearing about that.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was probably like a mutually abusive relationship, but she took it like.
Well, that's
all
like the
way.
Gabby Petito one, the one that got the
Petito. Yeah, she got murdered by her
she was abusive.
fiance or boyfriend.
She was abusive. They both, wailed on each other, and that wasn't talked about very much in the news. But they both had a history of being physically abusive towards one another. Obviously, they were a toxic couple and should not have been together. And he murdered her and left her. I think he choked her and just buried her in a shallow grave someplace, and then drove back. And then he ends up going to a someplace in the Everglades or whatever, and shooting himself. And he had like a bag, and he had a journal where he admitted that he had killed her. He had lost his cool and killed her or choked her out in a fit of rage.
Crazy.
That's really scary.
Yeah.
But as soon as somebody becomes physically violent, if you're a guy or a girl, that's it.
you need to get
shouldn't
out.
forgive that.
what's your opinion on, because there's like a lot of controversial stuff that guys are like, do you hit back? Because like once a girl is like actually going crazy on you, like punching you, shoving you, like actually like a threat, that you should be able to self-defense. What do
You
you
should
think?
get out of there, because when the police come, the police are going to take the guy to jail, whether you did it or not. They're just going to assume that the man is beating up on the woman.
Yeah.
So get out, get out, get away as quick as you can.
It's a red
Don't ever
flag.
come back. Delete, block the number,
I mean,
block on social media.
I think we should have all learned something from the Johnny Depp, Amber Heard.
Yeah. Wow, there's a lot. Now that you think about it, there's been a lot of
And
cases.
that was her.
And she was, I mean,
And she almost ruined, she did ruin his life for a lot of
for
years.
years, and I mean, she's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So that shows you that, like, I hate to say it, but women are capable of pretty horrid shit.
Yeah.
No pun intended. But
Get out of the blue states.
I mean, it doesn't matter who is being the violent one. If there is violence in a relationship, that's a very toxic place to be, and you need to get the fuck out.
I just want to know what this viewer. He said that she's hitting him in the head, but to what extent?
He needs
Is
to
it
get
like
the
a
fuck out.
casual
She probably
slap?
punched him. I've done phone sessions many times over the years with guys that have had this, she slapped me, she punched me, she kicked me, or just lose their cool, just like that,
It
It's
says
not
punches.
okay to touch anybody.
Oh, punches.
Yeah, it says what to do if your girlfriend punches you in the head out of jealousy. So
No,
It's over.
That
That's
is
it.
a little sus.
Goodbye.
I say
violence
like
really
is never
sus.
the answer.
Because she obviously grew up in an environment where that was okay. Probably watched her mother beating up on her dad, or
Or
dad.
vice versa.
Dad probably beat her up or
maybe,
something.
maybe, all the above.
It's not an excuse.
She learned that violence against your significant other was totally cool.
I say learn the little signs, just like a shove, or like if someone shoves you and you hit like the wall or a corner or something, like that's not
That
okay.
can really
That's like
go.
it's like-
There could be worst case scenarios.
Yeah.
They're waiting to happen, kind
For
of
sure.
thing.